This is the WWE-Triple A Worlds Collide June 7, 2025 full show results video which takes place at Kia Forum, Los Angeles. Rey makes his entrance in a suit, taking time to marvel at the AAA and WWE logos on the ring mat. He speaks in Spanish and English about the 1994 show, and how proud he is that Lucha has grown outside of Mexico. He promises WWE will uphold the legacy of Lucha Libre. He remains in the ring as the entrances start for our first match. We see Liv Morgan and Dirty Dom Mysterio in the crowd looking bored. Then we saw a match between Dragon Lee, Cruz del Toro and Lince Dorado versus Octagon Jr., Aerostar, and Mr. Iguana. In the end, we get a sequence where everyone hits a big spot in the ring, followed by Lee, Star, and Del Toro taking turns flying over the top onto folks assembled on the outside. Dorado and Octagon are the legal men for a chop fest before they go up top, where Octagon hits his moonsault fallaway slam finisher on Lince to win the match by pinfall. Post-match, Dirty Dom gets on the mic from the seats and derides Octagon for being Rey fans, because his dad's a deadbeat. Octagon comes over and things get physical and they brawl around the ring as officials try to separate them. When they do, Dom challenges Octagon to a match for his Intercontinental title tonight at Money in the Bank. We see Tiffany Stratton and Eliho are also in the seats, but they don't get as big a pop as La Primera. The next match happened between StephanieVice and Lola Vice versus Chick Tormenta and Dallas. Dallas powers out of an early Devil's Kiss attempt, and generally overpowers the new Raw star. Tormenta comes in and continues to work over Vice, and Vice eventually tags herself in. She gets trapped in a hold before using her strikes to take control. Both Luchahoras take hip attacks in opposite corners, but a Dallas distraction allowed Tormenta to throw her to the floor. The heels keep Vice from making a tag for a while, but Stephanie eventually gets one. Vice goes for Devil's Kiss on Tormenta, but she dodges Dallas' attempt to break it up, and Vice comes in and puts the move on her. Stereo Devil's Kisses, and Booker T is mad at that he's not here for this. In the end, Lola fly to take out Tormenta, which leave Dallas to take a SBB, and the result of this match was StephanieVice and Lola Vice won the match by pinfall. The winners are interviewed by Mrs. Finn Balor Vero Rodriguez and Vice promises to win Money in the Bank later. Chad Gable is interviewed and talks about how much the Mexican people love him. After videos for the competitors in our next match, we see that Chavo Guerrero and Street Profits are here. The next match happened between Legado del Fantasma versus Eliho de Dr. Wagner Jr., Pagano, and Pisco Clown. We see Wagner hits a running senton on the outside onto Santos, and the moves are coming fast and furious now. Both Garzas and both clowns end up going through a barricade. Escobar is excited to be alone in the ring, but turns into a kick from Wagner that gets two. In the end, Eliho pays tribute to Eddie Guerrero, but before he can get to the top rope Escobar catches him. Super Rana from there, but Santos can only get two. He finally hits a phantom driver on Wagner after a big knee to win the match by pinfall. After a video on the importance of 94s when worlds collide, Rodriguez interviews Vikingo. Vikingo says he is very confident to defend the AAA Mega Championship against Chad Gable in the main event. We see that Savio Vega is here with Damian Priest, and then say hi to iconic Luchador Blue Demon as the entrances for our next match start. Then we saw a fatal four-way match between Ethan Page versus Rey Fénix versus J. Yvonne Evans versus Laredo Kid for the NXT North American Championship. We see Rey Fénix sets up and delivers an amigo kick to Page. Things break down as all four men get in some offense in a stretch that ends up with them all down on the mat. Page hits Ego's edge, but Evans lands on his back to break up the pin. The finish saw Evans hit his OG cutter on Laredo, only to get thrown out by Page, then all Ego then hit Twisted Grin on Laredo to win the match by pinfall, and retain the NXT North American Championship. In the main event of the show, we saw a match between Eliho del Vikingo versus Chad Gable for the AAA Mega Championship. We see Gable return the favor after Vikingo hit him with a Mexican destroyer on the apron from the top turnbuckle. The champ places Gable over the table still on the floor, but gets pushed off the post before he can fly. Chad then puts him on the table and hits his super moonsault to put him through it. Both men down on the floor, ref counting, they both make it at 9, then striking exchange, then Gable avoids a kick and grabs an ankle lock in the center of the ring, but has trouble cranking it with his arm. Vikingo escapes that and a German suplex follow-up, but seems to have injured his knee or hamstring. In the end, Vikingo shakes it off to hit a Poison Rana, then a Meteora in the corner to set up a 630 splash to win the match by pinfall, and retains the AAA Mega Championship. Team AAA gets in the ring and hoists the champ on their shoulders, and the show goes off the air. How much you would rate Worlds Collide? Tell me in the comments. Stay tuned for the Money in the Bank 2025 results, and thanks for watching.